Hello, Hypno LA, and we are joined by a fabulous woman, Farida Gipson Burtt. Farida Gipson Burtt. Great to have you with us. So, Farida is a clinical hypnotherapist, but she's more than that. She's done a lot of interesting, more some people would say spiritually connecting, but she's become a massage therapist. She's done breath work. She's a yoga instructor dealing with the whole mind, body, spirit stuff. And she's going to be bringing an interesting creative angle to Hypno LA. She's going to be presenting on intuitive, creative soul play, finding inner peace. So it's great to have you here. Thank you for being on board, Frida.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome. So I'm curious, tell us what we can expect. Those coming to Hypno LA, what are they going to take for themselves or for their clients from your presentation? I'm intrigued. What creativity are you going to play with and unfurl?
So as an artist myself and, doing all the things that you just mentioned, I found that the easiest way for me to, quote unquote, speak to myself is through art. So I share that. One of the things as a yoga instructor that I learned is body mapping. It helps you, you do the metaphors thing. So it's kind of like that in a different way. It's mapping the body. So our bodies contain so much information and emotion. It's really lovely to playfully, artistically get into yourself and look at it in a physical form. So we'll be drawing a body map.
Okay, so by drawing this body map in the training, and I'm guessing you probably work with a problem or challenge, by drawing this body map, what are people going to get from exploring it from this sort of different angle? What's been your experience?
It's always interesting when you pause and take a moment to actually look into and listen to your body sensations. And then from listening to and looking into those body sensations, just like any other meditation you would do, you're finding something that you might not have realized was going on. Like, my thumb hurts. Well, what's up with my thumb? And starting to ask your body questions and play with that.
Nice. I like it. So that's really cool. So how did you sort of come to this sort of knowledge? Tell us a little bit about your journey. I know you've done a lot of different stuff, but yeah, how did you get into this whole world of change work, working on yourself?
So essentially the story that I love to tell, because I really do love to tell it. My father is amazing. He was a physician and had his practice, and then he went on to become a doctor in public health. And I actually grew up watching him meditate and do yoga every morning, and also get acupuncture treatments and take herbal supplements and treatments and such. So I was fascinated by the results and things that I saw. So I looked into the Eastern philosophies. I got into Deepak Chopra and Louise Hay, and just basic self-care, and the fact that your bodies are incredibly well put together and have so much information for you to help you heal anything.
And from your experience, because it sounds like obviously you've seen your dad do this, I'm sure you modeled some of his behaviors, how he was doing it, and you've learned all these techniques. How have you found, because it sounds like your workshop is very centered on people who want to do the work on themselves. They can experiment with clients, but also it's going to be about you doing it on you. So what have you found for yourself doing this work with yourself? How has it helped you in your life, would you say?
Essentially, life is very busy, as we all know.
Yeah.
And I deal with a lot of people because I work in the grocery industry. So I deal with that. And I also deal with people who are coming in for healing through massage. The people in the grocery industry are like high stress or, money problems. And so it's a lot of different energy that I deal with in my life, and also with my own interpretations, my own sensitivities to that. So Someone that I was working with doing my healing work told me to STFU, and I think we can figure out what the heck that means, but basically, silence yourself, young lady. And when I finally did and absorbed that, I found an immense amount of peace within my own body through my breath and just being quiet, just being present, just being and not doing. So for me, that's the most important thing is, I was such a seeker and I wanted somebody to tell me that book, Are You My Mother? Is totally me. It's about a little bird who ventures from the nest to try to find the mom. And at the end of the story, the mom was right next to the nest on the ground anyways. So essentially seeking. But when I finally took the time to calm down and center and ask myself questions, it's amazing what happened.
I find that fascinating because, yeah, I definitely noticed that there's so much going on in the world. We've got so much movement, so many more stresses, different challenges that are even outside our countries that might be impacting us in different ways, shapes, and forms. And I think a lot of people as well, there's the whole idea of being comfortable with silence, right? But at the same time, a lot of people distract from being with that silence because there's stuff there. I think they did a study and they locked different people in a room. I think women fared better than men being left by their alone for 15 minutes. But it's just really interesting, the ability to just be able to sit with things, reflect on things.
Right. Sitting and reflecting and receiving. It's my ears buzz when I'm receiving information. And I used to get really annoyed with it, but now I ask questions of the buzzing. So I do that through art. And I have been doing that for maybe a good 23 years, where I just pause. My eyes are closed the whole time. I have all my pens and everything near me that I need to draw out whatever is happening. And sometimes it draws a picture. Sometimes it writes words. It's amazing. I have absolutely blown myself away by what I receive from asking the questions without looking, drawing out the answer.
Wow. And I think this is one of the things I think is a great tool for different hypnotherapists as well, because we've got certain scripts we can say, certain words we can say, certain language patterns, certain interventions we can do. But when we've got a very different way of looking at things, it can add a whole new perspective to how we work with ourselves and work with our clients. So I'm really excited for your presentation. So what made you think, yes, I want to become a presenter at Hypno LA? What thought, I've got to be there? What made you think that? What's driven you to want to come along with us?
Well, besides loving you and Lori, I mean, I really love that it's interactive because that's how I present. That's what I want. I want people to experience through doing. I want people to experience through like group interaction, sharing and practicing, because I've found that some clients might be a little resistant. Some people, and even myself, will be resistant to doing the work. But if you're playing, so I get into this whole dance party thing before to kind of loosen things up and like feel into your body and whatever. And then just play with it. So I loved the invitation to play.
It's going to be fun.
Yes.
It'll be fun. So final word from you, Farida. Final word. So what advice would you give a hypnotherapist, someone, a change worker, just from your life experience? What's a nugget of wisdom that you would love to put out there to the world? What would you like to share?
I'd just like to say, from my own experience, really, we have so many amazing mentors in this field. To look around and explore what are people doing in hypnotherapy field? What are people doing? Like, If you have a particular topic or subject or theme or something that you enjoy or someone that you enjoy, like really get into it, because niche down is, I'm finding, quite something, because it's the life purpose thing. It's the, what are you driven to share? What is moving through you? You have to have passion for what you're doing. You have to have the passion for what you're doing. And I know that inside every one of us, there is a passion to do something. So explore it.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for your time, Frida. It's been beautiful sharing with you. I can't wait to have you at Hypno LA. It's going to be fun. It's going to be creative, flowing, artistic. I'm really excited for it. For those of you who haven't got your tickets yet, the link is below if you want to sign up for that and come and see so many great presenters working on not just yourself, but other people in a practical, hands-on, fun and connected way. It would be great to have you there. So thank you so much again for spending the time talking to me, my dear. And I look forward to seeing you at Hypno LA.
Me too.